Hello friends, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am bringing you a much requested video, which is going to be a makeup tutorial. I know that this probably isn't like what a lot of people expected, but been getting a lot of questions. I changed up my routine a little bit. I had a makeup tutorial, kind of like a talk through, get ready with me, in one of my Vlogmas videos, but now we have a completely separate video that you can do your makeup with me, solely if you want to. I try in this video to use all of my affordable products. I personally don't like spending a lot of money on makeup, and that is simply just because if people make affordable makeup products, then I'm going to use them. I don't want to be wasting money on anything. I have found a great foundation, great concealers, powders, mascaras, highlighters, everything that is really expensive. Everything for me is actually under $15, so I like to keep it cheap, mostly because I go through it really fast. If you want to watch how I get my makeup looking like this, then just keep on watching. So this is what we're working with. I worked out, washed my face, and I am one of those people that after I wash my face, I am left with a little bit of redness, as you can see. So we are going to try and get that redness, you know, tamed and underway. So we are just gonna get started. I'm hoping to make this tutorial as easy as possible. I use a lot of cheap products, so one of the things I am nervous about is that I use a product that is out of stock, and I hate that. So the first thing that I go in with, I have just started using the e.l.f. Camo CC cream. Obsessed with this stuff. Literally, I use, because I have tan on, I'm using half a pump of pale. My camera's having a very hard time focusing, but I'm using half a pump of light, half a pump of tan, and then I mix it together on my hand. Then I'm gonna do one finger on one side, damp beauty sponge. This is actually the Target sponge, like $2 from Target, and I genuinely, I have no complaints. Have I had sponges that probably work a little better than this? Yes, I have. Like the Real Techniques sponge does work a little better. Oh my god. Well, good morning. I just killed a large mosquito in my room. But moving on to what I was actually going to talk about. So for me, putting on makeup every day, I know that a lot of people during quarantine and like during 2020 kind of stopped wearing makeup, stopped getting dressed. It was just like our normal. We were all like in this weird state of like trauma is the best way to put it. And for me, the best way for me to go about my day and have a successful day is for me to, number one, make my bed. I make my bed every single day. And then the second thing is actually to get ready. So I did my hair earlier this week, and I just keep it whatever, and then the next thing that I do is I put my makeup on, and I just feel like I'm more productive with work. And yeah, I am now going in with the e.l.f. 16-hour camo concealer. They have one in hydrating and they have one in matte. I personally use the matte finish, which is the one with the black cap. I'm a pale sister, so I have blue and purple undertones around my eyes, and so this concealer covers it all up, and it just like brightens up my under eyes. I'm also clearly struggling with some bags under my eyes. I get bags under my eyes when my allergies are really bad. So if anybody is in the same boat as me, I have very, very bad allergies, and even sometimes for me, I know that this sounds a little weird, but those that don't struggle with allergies, they knock you out. Like, you are down for the count for the entire day. In some points, like if you are that allergic to something. But now I'm just taking the excess that's on my sponge that is a little lighter, and I'm just going on my chin, on my Cupid's bow, and then on my forehead a little bit, just to brighten up those areas. But my allergies have been knocking me out, you guys. Like, debilitating headaches, all of it. I'm now gonna go in with the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder in the shade Fair, because again, I'm a pale sister. And what I do first is I take a non-damp beauty sponge, go into my powder a little bit, and I only go under my eyes with this powder. And I take the excess and I put it above my eyes. That's literally what I do with the sponge. And then I'm going to go in with my Billion Dollar Beauty powder brush. I got this in my FabFitFun box, and I really do like these brushes that came in my box. It's cool when you get a partner with brands. We have now powdered our entire face. We're looking cute, fun, and fresh. We are looking very matte. So now I am putting the cap on that. Now I'm gonna go in with some bronzer, and I'm sure that you've noticed I use the Physicians Formula Cocoa Bronzer. I clearly love this stuff. And I swoop-de-whoop in my pan. I'm using a little bit of like a powder brush, kind of an angled powder brush, and then I am going to go in to my cheekbone right here, and I'm going to pull it up around so that my whole cheekbone, mostly underneath, is carved. And then I kind of go over top to blend it out, and then I'm taking the excess onto my forehead right here. Bada bing, bada boom. And we are warmed up and looking really cute. And then I'm going to do, obviously, the same thing to the other side. I'm going to go into that crease of my face where my cheekbone is. I'm going to lift it up, go onto my cheek, and then I'm going to take the excess, going to lift my hair back a little bit, and go onto my forehead. Ooh, I'm sorry, you guys, for the lighting. It is a rainy day here in the Ville, and we're just trying to figure it out. I now take bronzer onto my neck because I want my face to match my body. Bronzed, we have a little bit of dimension to our face. And then sometimes what I do if I don't like how it looks, so I don't know if you can see this, my bronzer on this side, it doesn't stay in my line, it kind of goes underneath right here. So if that happens to you and you don't like how it looks, I'm going to take my dry beauty sponge into my powder again, and I'm going to clean it up. So we carve it out. There you go. That is what I do to clean it up if I don't like how it looks. This side, we look pretty good, but now I do it on both sides so that we will be matchy-matchy. Gonna take that powder brush that I had, I'm gonna wipe her away. And then we look a lot cleaner. Ta-da! Moving on to the next thing. What I'm gonna do, this came from an Ipsy box, my blush. I'm gonna take my blush, and something that I have started doing, I take that blush. I should probably just get an illuminating blush, but I take that, and then I also take, this is the Morphe palette that Bretman Rock did a collaboration with, Morphe X Bretman, and it's a full highlighter palette. I clearly use these two, but this is a blush shade, and what I just started doing is I will do Yikes. So what I just started doing is I will do 2 little taps, or 3, in my little Ipsy blush. And then I take a few taps into my like blush highlighter, and then I use this as my blush. So it's kind of like an illuminated blush. We kind of sparkle a little bit. We have a little bit of shine. And it kind of makes my skin look a little healthier because of all the powder. We're gonna do it on the other side now. I took the blush, I took the blush looking highlighter, and we are going to go until our heart's desire. I am really enjoying how blush looks. I've started putting blush on my nose. I've started literally taking it everywhere. I have become one of those girls. Like that Madison Beer girl. Have you guys seen her on, I don't know, is she on TikTok? I don't know who Madison Beer is, but everybody loves her makeup. I try and stay cool with the kids, you guys, but there are apparently too many people that I need to know about. And now for the part that I've changed the most in my makeup game. I'm looking very blue. This lighting, I don't know. The biggest change in my makeup is that I've started using highlighter again. So I'm gonna use from this Bretman Morphe palette. Woo! I'm going to take this shade, which is Vacation. And it has gold undertones. And I'm going to use it on my cheek right here. I'm gonna go in a few little circles because I want a little glow. I'm living for highlighter right now. Put it a little bit on my Cupid's bow, a little bit on my nose for a little bit of shine. I put it all over my forehead and then also on my chin. That has definitely been, honest to God, the biggest change in my makeup. And when a lot of people are like, oh my God, you're glowing, intentional glow. I swear that I'm not just like, I am drinking more water, but you know, sometimes it just, yes. I'm gonna come in a little closer for you guys to see my brows. What I do is I'm gonna use this e.l.f. Ultra Precise Brow Pencil, and I am just going to line the front of my brow on this side. Both of my eyebrows are completely different shapes. So for me, what I do is I just go in and I fill in some of my bald spots so that it looks, you know, a little more defined. You know what I mean? So this side, my brow is a different shape. A lot of people actually have this brow shape where it goes up and then out. Had this my entire life. So what I like doing on this side is I really like doing a line underneath on this side to define that area. I will take it up so that I can have a little defined little brow on this side, and then I just take my brush and I pull that up so that my brow, you see, looks a little more defined. So then from here I will color in whatever it is on this side that will help this brow just look a little more full up front. You see, it changes the entire shape of my brow. So then from here I'm going to fill it in just on the outsides, just a little bit. Nothing too much. And there you go. Brows are done for me. Next, the easiest part, I'm going to take this little highlighter brush. I'm assuming you're supposed to use it for your highlighter like that. I don't. I am going to use it. It has this really big little end. I just take my bronzer, so my Physicians Formula Cocoa bronzer, and I put it right here in my crease, and that's it. Literally, that's all I do. I'm just going back and forth, and my crease is what separates my actual eyeball from my brow bone. So I'm just going right in that little crease, and I'm pulling it up just a little bit. Bada bing, bada boom. It just gives me a little more dimension. Okay. From here, I'm going to take my NYX Control Freak, and I'm going to put that in my brows because my brows are massive. And I have seen the trend where people have been taking their brows and like plastering them up and making them look just like really messy. Very Vogue, very avant-garde. I don't like that. I want to look nice, neat, put together, just like an elevated natural look is what I like. After I'm done with legit all of this, right before mascara is when I personally like to put on my setting spray. So I use the e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set. So I just make sure my face feels very wet. I'm just gonna let it set it, forget it. From here, I'm using the Maybelline Sky High. You got it right. I was able to find a little tube. This is that mascara that went viral on TikTok for being one of the best mascaras. I will say the hype is real on this mascara. It is amazing. It lengthens my eyelashes. It makes them full. This mascara, it just literally, it just gives me everything that I want. Length, fullness. Also, one thing that I have struggled with is the transfer from my eyelashes to my brow bone. This does not transfer, which I love. I also put it a little bit on my bottom lashes. Ooh, my dogs are barking. But yeah, I'm gonna do my other eye off of camera because, okay, mascara is done. I've also wiped off, for the most part, my foundation lips. I'm now going to take a tinted lip balm. This is the Blush Tinted Lip Moisturizer from Basin that I got in Disney Springs. And yeah, you guys, that's pretty much it. I keep it pretty straightforward. I do like the normal things. I don't really do extravagant eyeshadow. I just use bronzer in my crease, and that's kind of like my everyday makeup that helps me feel like ready to get work done. This is in no way for me like a no makeup look, but this is like just like an elevated, I want to feel better about myself kind of makeup looks. I really hope that you guys enjoyed watching this, and I know that I've gotten quite a few questions about this, so I hope that this helps you in trying to find like affordable makeup products, because I definitely try and keep it affordable. And if you want to find me on more social media platforms between these little YouTube videos, I'm definitely trying to get better at posting YouTube videos. You can find me on TikTok and Instagram at Second Star Collective. I really hope that you guys have a great rest of your night or day whenever you're watching this, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, y'all.